Hey there, YouTube. In my last video about my precision upper assembly from Precision Firearms in Maryland, I told you that I'd be doing a video on my lower receiver, which I assembled from a stripped lower receiver from Stag Arms, as well as other parts. So, without further ado, here is that video. As you can see here, I'm going to cover my serial number just for safety purposes. As you can see here, this is a Stag Arms lower receiver. When I bought it, it was a stripped lower receiver, meaning that it didn't have any of the hardware installed. Trigger assembly, pistol grip, stock, buffer and buffer tube, buffer spring, bolt catch, magazine release. None of that was installed. It was stripped, anodized, black anodized aluminum, and it does have a few handling scratches here, as you can see. I bought this about 3 months before the Connecticut shooting and started piecing it together. Of course, once the Connecticut shooting happened, prices for things went up, so I was very glad that I got everything to put my lower together before that happened. Then, of course, finding an upper became an issue as prices went screaming sky high, and finding what I wanted, special purpose rifle type of build, became very difficult, especially from major manufacturers, and that's why I did end up going with Precision Firearms in Maryland for that. As you can see here, I bought the Palmetto State Armory, or PSA, lower parts kit. It is the MOE version, which comes with the Magpul trigger guard, which is nice because it gives you a little extra room if you have large fingers like I do inside your trigger well. Or if you have gloved hands, that can help give you a little more room for the fingers on your glove. It also came with the Magpul pistol grip, which does have this little cap in the bottom. It's a little hard to get out with just the one hand there, but there it goes. And I keep a little extra ammunition in there. Some people keep other stuff in there. I like being able to have compartments on my firearm so that I can carry extra gear in the firearm that has to do with the firearm. I have another firearm that has a cleaning rod that is attached to it. That's my Mosin Nagant. I may do a video on that firearm at another time. But anyway, as you can see, there's a screw in there to screw the pistol grip onto the lower receiver. I went with a mil spec buffer tube, as I've heard that people have some issues with commercial spec buffer tubes from time to time blowing out the rear. I've seen a video of it also. I don't know anybody that it's happened to personally, but I have read a number of accounts, so I decided to go with mil spec. This is UTG Pro. It says made in the USA on it right there. I think it may just be the buffer tube that's made in the USA, or it may be that the buffer tube's made in the USA and then the rest of the pieces are assembled here in the US. But I do believe that the stock itself is manufactured outside of the US, and I believe that the buffer and spring, which we can see here, I can get them out. I believe that those are also made outside of the US and are just packaged here along with the rest of the stock. Anyway, it's not a bad stock. It does have a little bit of slop to it. I will be changing it out later on for a Magpul stock, probably an ACS for the cheek weld, and also to have a little extra storage for cleaning components or extra ammunition, or possibly another bolt in case I have some sort of problem with with my bolt. I doubt I will, but it's always nice to have those options for storage, especially for spare parts or spare ammunition. I did have some issues with this lower with the trigger assembly hammer pin walking out after about 20 or 30 shots. So I got these K&S anti-rotation, anti-walk pins. I figured for the amount of money, it was $30 for those shipped, and I could have gotten the E-clip pins that are only anti-walk pins, but they don't seem real sturdy. I could have gotten those for about $12 shipped. So I figure the extra money to keep the hammer pin from rotating and possibly egging out sometime in the future after high round count, I figured that this would be the better option. So I did get those. As I am in the state of California, I can't have a standard magazine release with these evil features of a pistol grip and a collapsible stock, which of course is nice if someone else is going to be shooting my gun. They can adjust it for whatever fits them, having the adjustable. But since I live in California, I have to have a device that keeps me from pushing the mag release with my finger. This is it. This is what is known as a bullet button. As you can see, there is a secondary button inside of that hole, and you have to stick a tool in there to release the magazine to perform the task that would normally, if I could do it, be performed with my finger. I do keep an extra mag release button around for when I go out of state, to states that don't have such draconian laws. But while I'm in California, that's got to stay on there to keep me legal, keep me from having essentially produced an assault weapon, as silly as that is. Anyway, that is my lower receiver, and I will get you guys some video of my upper mated to my lower and possibly some range time here pretty soon. Definitely range time once I get glass on my upper. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like the video and subscribe to my channel. More videos will be coming, hopefully in a little higher quality.